Hello guys, Andy from NGB here with a Let's Play video. It's been a while since we've just done one of these random Let's Play videos, but I thought it would be nice to jump into a game that I love, and I know many people out there do, and it is of course Dark Souls. Now, I'm hoping this might be the first of a series, who can tell, but I've come to this game with a very specific task in mind. I want to play it like Robin Hood. That seems ridiculous, but while I've been playing Elden Ring, I've been kind of getting into using bow and arrow, and it's something I've never really done in any of the older Dark Souls games. So I kind of thought, let's sort of effectively do like a Robin Hood cosplay in Dark Souls 1, see how we get on, restricting ourselves to the kind of gear that Robin of Sherwood would have wore, and bows and arrows, and short swords and long swords. So, kind of restricting the gear that we can use throughout the game. And so we'll see how we get on. This is running on Steam Deck. I am running it through a big telly and playing it with the old Xbox controller. So the first thing we need to do is remember how to get the Steam Deck's built-in keyboard up, and I think it's option button and X. Yes. Okay, cool. So caps. Oh, cool. It won't recognize my click stick. Huh. It will recognize triggers though. Hoping that works. That's not worked at all. Enter character name. Let's try that again, shall we? Okay, that's better. That looks like we've actually got like a... Ah, there we go. We're actually typing in the... Brilliant. In the character name box. Right. Hopefully that's the last time I'll actually need to use the keyboard in this game. So let's see how we get on. So now I need a character that's going to start with a bow and arrow. Is there such a thing in the original Dark Souls? I cannot for the life of me remember. Wanderer, scimitar, weapon expert, high strength and dexterity. Because my thoughts are, Knight has a sword, Wanderer has a scimitar, Thief just has a knife, Bandit has the axe, Hunter has a bow. And he has the leathery armour, which is what I kind of wanted for a starting for my character. So now you see, do I go thief master key, not thief ring, demon souls that is. Do I go master key and be able to kind of access a bunch of areas early, or do I go with something else and just restrict myself to the critical path? Because there are some swords and bows that would help me early on, but I don't necessarily want to be too OP, so I'm going to go Black Firebomb. So, Robin Hood, quite slim. I'm not going to spend too long on this, but let's find something in the defaults that's suitable. There we are. Now, one of the things I do miss is kind of like the big old decent character creators from the more recent games, because you can't do like the tash, the typical Robin Hood mustache in this. And I'll be honest, coming back to like the Dark Souls character creator, it's not great, is it? I'm just going to go wild, we'll go for that crazy hair. Dark brown. There we go, there's our Robin Hood. Yeah, I guess. Let's go. Now, I'm probably going to skip through cutscenes. If you play Dark Souls, you'll know how the story goes. If you haven't played Dark Souls, there are probably better Let's Play videos than this if you want to know the story. So, sorry, I'm skipping cutscenes, and we're just getting straight into it. So yeah, so like I say, this is running on Steam Deck, running at 1080p. I think. Let me just double check that. Yeah, 1080p at 60 frames a second. Let's turn VSync on. Why is that not on? There we go. There may have been a reason, I guess we'll soon find out. Hello! Hello, Mr. Demon! So... let's go get some weapons, shall we? Oh, well, there's my first issue. I've been playing too much Elden Ring. I pushed Y to do actions, and yeah, that's not how it works in Dark Souls, is it? Okay, so light that bonfire. So this first episode, I think what we'll be doing is getting through Undead Asylum and probably starting to make our way up through the Undead Burg, limiting ourselves to bows and arrows and swords. I want to try and kind of make it a very bow and arrow focused run, this, but obviously I know in Dark Souls that kind of is a little bit limiting, because you obviously end up having to buy arrows quite a bit, so there may be a little bit of farming going on with this. But yeah, Robin Hood also used a sword, so this is fine. Rude. Whoa, that was a bit of a whiff. Just kind of waggled my sword in front of his face there. Kieran's watching this, he'll get a kick out of that little innuendo, I'm sure, because he is a rude boy. Right, let's go get ourselves an Estus flask. I always wonder how your lad managed to get through himself stuck in a wall there that's bricked up and then subsequently has to be smashed through by a large ball. Unless, oh no, he must have fell down there, mustn't he? I'm sure there's a whole video that Vati's done about how Oscar managed to get into the hole, into the cell here. Give me your Estus flask, mate. And the key. Lovely. Thank you very much. Brilliant. I've managed to give myself like a sort of I don't know, some kind of aging rocker look. Especially now we've gone hollow. Okay. Oh! How much poise have you got, mate? I'm sure I hit you. Very rude. Right, I'm going to get those. Just noticed I've got those black fire bombs on my inventory. I do not want that. There's my bow and arrow. Lovely, lovely. Remind myself what the moveset of this is. So we've got a little stab and a thrust. Nice little sweepy. Nice little running attack. Yeah. Fairly standard stuff. Right, I don't think there's anything in this room at this stage of the game. Nope, not yet. So, how many arrows and how many bows have I got? 30 arrows. How many bows have I got? Good lord, boy. Right, well that would be ridiculous to go through and drop down and try and do a plunging attack with a bow. So we'll go and do that. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Right. No, thank you. I mean, it's not shit. but I know that my sword's going to do better damage. Oh, he's got one in his mouth. That's hilarious. But yeah. Ooh. Oh, heck. It's always so long since I played this. My timings are always well off with the Asylum Demon. Oh, that missed. There we go. First boss done with just a bow. Yay me. Okay, so let's go and grab the goodies around the outside of the asylum, of which I think there is only really one. And then we'll go and have a think about what kind of build we're going to be looking at for this. I am glancing down, just keeping an eye on my timing for the recording. That's fine, yep. I have my MacBook like at a ridiculous angle on the floor because I've had to... it's been a while since I've done like a video like this in this setup, and I've still not got it how I wanted it to be the last time I did any of my retro videos. So what I will do though is I am just going to turn the brightness up ever so slightly on my screen, which you won't see, but somehow my brightness has gotten very, very low on this. Or is it in game? Might be in the game actually.
To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage.
Oh, I am going to blah blah blah, blabbity blabbity blah. Right, let's have a look at what the brightness in the game is, because on my screen here it's rather dark. Yes, I know I can kindle bonfires and level up and rah brightness. Now I don't know how this is going to come out in the video, but on my screen that's a hell of a lot better. I have a very old TV in my office. I am looking at upgrading it, so hopefully that'll improve the brightness. But some games, particularly games like Dark Souls, tend to be quite dark on this TV. So right, let's have a look and have a think about our weapons. So long and short swords I think are quite sort of yeah, strength and dex. So we've got like mainly dexterity on the old bow there. So definitely strength and dex, but probably with a bigger focus on dex for my stats there. So obviously I want to make sure that I'm getting the most out of the weapons that I've got. So let's just nudge my dex up there and just vitality a little bit, because although maybe vitality and endurance equally, again I cannot for the life of me remember what a lot of the stats do because I've been playing far too much Elden Ring. Obviously HP, achievement slots, yeah, not fussed about that. Stamina, equipment load, resistance, strength and dex, yeah, defense and resistance to poison, and then we've just got the old magic-y stuff there. Right, so let's focus on that for the beginning, and then we'll maybe look at some strength. So I'm not claiming to be like an expert of the old Dark Souls. I mean, I love these games, I love them to bits, but I'm not prepared to do like a level 1 run with taking no hits. Come on, Petrus. Give me your...
I have to. So what it would...
Yeah.
Very well.
Give me your covenant. And give me your gesture. Now, obviously, like I say, we're playing the Steam version here on Steam Deck. And, yep, there is no online at the minute because the PC version is still offline. Learn gesture. There we go. Cool.
Come again. The
Come
effective
again. Yeah, sure. So I'm noticing some interesting like ghosting around my character there. I don't know whether that's the Steam Deck's FSR kicking in. Now, obviously, this is running at a fairly decent clip and at a decent resolution, so I'm not sure whether I actually need FSR. So, I'm just going to try disabling FSR, so I will cut back. Okay, we're back in the game, mainly because that was the most awkward thing you would have ever witnessed, because my Steam Deck's like over there somewhere, so I had to kind of do a weird kind of reachy thing. I'm still seeing a little bit of weird ghosting around his head, but I have turned the FSR sharpness all the way down. It's not necessary for this game, so, you know. Hello. I will say, though, Steam Deck is possibly my favourite thing that I've got this year. Oh, you absolute... I think it's quite something special for like the PC gaming. Hello. Oh God. Oh no. That was a bit of a mess. Please. I am not going to be killed by a scrub, thank you very much. So yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Steam Deck. I mean, I'd kind of fallen off PC gaming for a few years, thanks to, the sort of higher end consoles. PS5 and Xbox Series X were definitely kind of, scratching that sort of higher end itch that I would have probably wanted a higher end PC game for. But the Steam Deck, it's just a lovely little machine. I mean, when you can play games like this at 60 FPS with, decent graphics on a portable, I'd got Dark Souls on the Switch to give me an opportunity to play this game on the go. But I don't play the Switch version anymore. It's just this... Oh, you... Steam Deck all the way. And for plugging it into the TV, I'm just using a bog standard USB-C hub that I use with my Mac for plugging it into a monitor, and it works fine. It works just dandy. The only thing that it doesn't do is when I plug it into a 4K screen, it is limited to 30 Hertz. So, yeah, next step for me is going to be to try and get a 4K at 60 Hertz adapter for it. Well, that is just rude. Cheeky, cheeky boys. I was going to say you get a backstab, but apparently you don't get a backstab, so... Right, what's down here, remind me? A wooden shield. I do have an arrow stuck in my chest. That's probably not healthy. Off. Okay, so one of the things I'm going to need is I'm going to need a bunch of arrows. So I think you can buy them from the Undead Merchant in the Berg. Ah, I am just not feeling it tonight, in some respects. I feel like I'm too used to playing the old Elden Ring and being a little bit more aggressive. Where's these other hollow? Oh, there they are. Hello. I thought, I thought there was more hollows down there. Clearly I was mistaken. That's a good pro tip for shields for anyone who... No, not that. For anyone who's never played this game, is enemies with shields. Probably only smaller enemies with shields. You can kick their shields out of the way. Hello. Right, merchant. Canst I buy arrows from thee? Where do we look? Arrows. Standard arrows, large arrows, wooden arrows. So large arrows are going to do the most damage, obviously. Don't know whether they're compatible with my bow, though. How much do they cost? 50 souls each. So it's standard arrows that I currently have. So let's top those out. Let's buy another 11 and just get that back to 30. Let's buy 10 large. Wooden arrows are like the cheapest, but I think let's just top that out again to 40. Thank you kindly. Oh, I didn't do the... Oh, hello. I didn't do the downstairs bit in the previous bit. Now, I don't know whether crossbows could be considered a Robin Hood thing. I'm not going to use them in this bit, but if you think crossbows are an acceptable Robin Hood weapon, then shout up in the comments and, I will crossbow it up for a future episode. Throwing knives feel acceptable, possibly. Oh god! That was me completely forgetting my jump command there. Is it tap B? It is. Why did I do click in the stick? I think that's from the later games. My mind's all of a muddle. I'm too old for this. Like I say, I'm going to hopefully take out the tourist demon this episode. That's the plan, is to get all the way through the Bergen to the Taurus and tap and a jump. There we go. Beautiful. Textbook, Meant to do that all along. Yeah, crossbow up there. So, if you think crossbow is an acceptable... Ooh! Shithouse. If you think crossbow is an acceptable Robin Hood weapon, let me know. One of the things you will notice is that I don't do a lot of parrying. That is because I am terrible at parrying in these games. So... Yeah, alright, do your little crazy sword. There we go. We'll do this bit now, before we manoeuvre on. It's these guys that you can knock off. There we go. Lovely. Beautiful. So we'll pop up here and grab the humanity. I think it's humanity at the end here. And completely missed the item in the window. I am quite obsessive about items in these games, even though I've played them through like a million times. and I should know where all the important items are. Yet I still cannot help. I've got to get all of the shinies, regardless of whether they're important to my very being or not. So, hopefully, if you've not played this game before and you just want to see sort of someone navigating the areas and obsessively getting all of the... Oh, hello. Pinged up. Obsessively getting all the items, then this might well float your boat. So... I do love the map in this game, though. If you've not seen my video about why I love the map in this game, you really should give it a watch. I think it's a fantastic achievement, the layout of this game. Hello. And, I think it still stands up as being one of the best laid out game maps. It's not too big, everywhere's easily navigable from most other places, there's shortcuts aplenty. It's just lovely. It's a lovely map. It's a lovely world. It's such a well designed game. I do like this. This is like gaming comfort food for me. Oh, I was hoping to just dodge out the way before he did that. Oh, cheeky. Cheeky little bit of health left. Do I go over to those guys over there? I think there's some fire bombs over there. But, did Robin Hood use fire bombs? If we're asking ourselves that question, should I have picked a different starting gift? Who can say? Oh God, this is potentially going to go quite wrong. Oh God, no! That went wrong. What would Robin Hood do? Well, I'll tell you what Robin Hood would do. He would do them with his bow and arrows. Probably his Weetabix as well. And if you get that reference, then you're as old as me. Are you coming? You are coming every single time. I think I think you're not going to aggro, and then you aggro. Right. Okay. Like it. Oh. Get down, sir. Maybe the master key would have been a better choice. I don't know. That was awkward. Right, don't you throw firebombs at me. Oh. Right. Here we go. Oh my God. Again with trying to push Y instead of A because I've been playing too much of the old Elden Ring. Oh, where's their mates gone? Hello. Thank you, that's better. Right, I'll get my souls back. Thank you. I don't have the residence key, so I can't get... the pine resin. Now, like I say, I am bad at parrying in these games. I should never parry. Never let me parry. Come on. Come on, sir. Come on. You do this little dance. There we go. Brilliant. Beautiful. Right. Nope. No, thank you. There we go. Oh, I've got 5 health flasks. That should be alright. Health flasks. What am I like? What? Oh, he's gone. There we go. There we go. Get the Titanite. Right. Let's see how Robin fares against his first boss challenge. Oh, you idiot. Right, now remind me. Ah, that's how you swap out arrows. Cool. Right. There we go. Right, we will do the textbook plunge attack on the Taurus. Hello. Ba 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 ba. And then we're going to see how much damage our bow and arrow is doing. Oh, that's not a massive amount, is it? Oh! That got him in his short and furries. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen him staggered like that. Whoa! That did put the fear of God in me a little bit then. Finish him off with the sword. Yeah, why not? Actually, the sword was doing less damage than the arrows. So, but, you know, I burnt through quite a few of my arrows there. So, I do, considering they're an expense, I'm going to need to be careful with them. Right. I think we're about ready to sign off episode 1. But first off, let's have a chat to Sumbro.
You don't look hollow. Far from
No.
it. I am now that I am undead. You find that strange. No need to hide your reaction. Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a
Oh,
moment.
my sword's in him.
You have a moment.
No, it's not. It's okay.
The
Yes.
world is in a land. So what do you say?
Give me the soapstone, mate. Give me the soapstone.
It pleases me greatly. We are amidst strange beasts of flow of time itself. The very fabric, there's no telling how much, but use this to summon and engage, of course, but if you missed it. Oh, hello there. The sun is if only.
Grossly incandescent. There we go. Right, okay. So let's pop open the shortcut and call it a day. So, hello. No, 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 no. Oh, every time. I'm sure there's a way of getting down there without getting burnt to a crisp, but I've yet to figure that out. Anyway, shortcut open. Let's do some leveling. Level up. I think even our strength out, so you know the sword's doing a bit more damage. Don't want the bow and arrow to do all of the work, do we? Robin was quite lithe as well, so you know, let's get that endurance going up so we can hit a bit more. Yeah, let's top that out of 15. I'll get my vitality up to 15 next time as well. So, right, there we have it. Part 1 of what I'm hoping is going to be an ongoing Robin Hood run in Dark Souls. If you like what you've seen, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. If you do subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. It does feel like we're kind of shilling a little bit there, but you know, it gets people watching the channel. Is all good. And I'll see you again soon with a bit more Robin Hood in Dark Souls.